Hey gang, it's probably windy. It's 9:30 at night on Tuesday night. Yes, because we left yesterday. Long story, which I will tell when I get my dash cam video sorted out and everything. But it was a bit of an issue when Ollie left with his bus to try and get it back to his place. Um, few things happened on his way. The gearbox locked up and he had to pull the gearbox apart to fix that. Then he got that sorted. Then he got down the road and kind of got to a spot on one of the main roads that goes back from where we used to be to his place, and it basically shut itself in the left-hand lane of a four-lane main road um, for 3 hours. The ironic thing was that as he broke down and the bus kind of went puh, cop turned up behind him, an old cop. So they had a yarn and he set out the witches' hats in the back of his car and sat there, and then the transport mob came and they set up their thing to get everyone around, and this was like the 4ish in the afternoon, so peak hour traffic, school traffic, everything, and this big bus was blocking one lane. I was miles away at the time. He called me up and asked me to, in a panic, can you come down and tow me off the road? But it took me 20 minutes to get there. And by the time I got there, there was a tow truck there, but they couldn't pull him out because it was just a regular flatbed. So it still sat there with police lights flashing and cars going around and rah, rah, rah. And so that all went on. And to get a heavy tow for this thing, the police guy said, look, we're going to organise a police tow so that you can actually get towed out of here, because we know you can't afford to get towed out. So they organised the police tow. And it took 3 hours for that heavy lift tow truck to get there. So they got pulled out and we ended up, this is my setup here now. We ended up, they towed him around to here, which is a football club in one of the suburbs, but it's a little quiet little place. Nice, and you can't see, but it's all bushland through there where it's all dark. But anyway, this is, so we're here. Ollie's back at home now. It's actually probably a kilometre from his place now. So he's got to get that sorted, but he's got to also front court because, unregistered vehicle, no licence, etc. So he didn't fine him. He said, look, go to court and plead your case. So anyway, so he's got the bus here. He's been working on it today, fixed the door and did a whole bunch of other stuff to it. I've decided that I'm going to stay here and watch the bus because I don't want it to get broken into, and I don't have to be anywhere now. This is what freedom is for me, is that I've got this ute. It's got, as you know, the solar panels, the 12-volt system, everything else. This trailer, if I don't think I showed you how bad it was when I first got it, but if you look at the way it sits now and you look at these the wheels here, the way they sit under the guards now, and they sit nice and neat. Well, the springs were originally, we'll climb under here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Today, over 4 hours, what I did was, or 5 hours, was took those springs off. They used to sit, that's better, they used to sit above the axle. So this trailer, even though it's sitting, let me get up again, sorry guys, staggering around the place, late night video, you know the drill. If you can see the way it sits now, which is still a bit, it's got a bit of an angle on it anyway, that it sags down into the, onto the toe ball here. Well, that's only because I've got a lot of weight here and these old springs are pretty saggy. I've got to get a new set of springs for this. The only reason why it's sitting like that now is because of that. So before that, this trailer set up like a ducktail. It was a bit scary looking. So I fixed all that up, swapped the springs over so that they were underneath the axle rather than over the axle. Did a few other things. Next investment is new springs, but that's probably about $1,200 for the springs that I need, because they need to be capable of carrying they're like minimum weight 250 kilos all day. The trailer itself, even though it looks like it's got me generator and all that other stuff in it, but if I put it down on the leg down here, I can get in between the gooseneck here and actually lift it by hand. There's not a hell of a lot of weight hanging over the toe ball, so, which is a good thing. But anyway, I'm rambling. It's late at night. I'm very tired. I've had a long day again. But I wanted to give you guys an update because I don't think I've posted anything since Sunday. So yeah, so you can't really see really well, but I've got the tarp over there. Everything's strapped down. I've had this open today. Had it all open with the toolbox and everything, but I choose to close it all up at night. I can get at the dog food and the dog water and everything in there quite easy. On the other side, on the other corner, I've got access to some stuff that I really need, like a hammer and a bucket and all that. So yeah, it's all set up pretty good. I'm pretty happy. Charged up a bunch of batteries and everything today using the solar and the inverter. Anyway, I'm going to leave you guys to it. I've rambled on enough. If you want to do a Google search for where I am, look up, hang on, I'll take you to the sign. Let's go over here. Look up Rothwell Park, Australian Rules. It's the home of the AFL Roosters. We'll go for a walk over here and I'll show you the sign. So there we go. So look that up and look up the Redcliffe Tigers, and we're parked just past the car park up here, because that's where the police said the bus had to go. Walking back through thick grass. It's been pretty wet here, so, and all you can see is, there we go, back to the trailer, back of the bus. It's a pretty bus. It's not a bad looking bus, given that it's 1960s vintage. Anyway, I'm going back inside. I'll show you the puppies in here if they're still asleep. Hang on, I'll open the door. Sleeping puppies. Sleeping puppies. Hey, Papa. It's alright, go back to sleep. It's okay. They got miles of room in there. It's like luxury. I wish I was sleeping in there. I don't want to put my tent up at night, so I decided to stretch out in here, and I've got my pillow and everything and my tobacco, and I'm listening to the Hillbilly Goats at the moment. Anyway, gang, I'm going to say goodnight because I've been yapping on for way too long. Take care, like, subscribe if you really want to. And if you've listened this far, or Here we go. If you're listening this far, go Jello Beans. Comment Jello Beans if you listen this far. You need a little bit of energy. Get a hold of them. All right. Night, folks. Back to what you were doing.